shake. I'm scared of silence, I'm scared of violence. Touch, safe. Today I feel the love, today I am enough. Stay here with me. Keep it calm, lose the bomb, find the right live. Funny, please live with me, baby, don't leave. Touch my chest, love you best, be the moment. If you're gone tonight, it's alright, just please don't forget how to live with yourself in the morning. And how to do the work when it's boring. And how to forgive the wounds for hurting. Oh, hey, please stay here with me.
Welcome, viewers. A reminder that the world of darkness and its content is for mature audiences. Vampire the Masquerade contains some dark and potentially disturbing themes. If something is uncomfortable or triggering for you, you can always mute or leave or pause until you feel safe or comfortable enough to return. This game is recorded in advance, so we can be in chat to discuss the game with you and answer any questions you may have. City has gotten too crowded, and now
there's only one way out. Follow the highway north, on past Barry, all the way to Sudbury, but stay on the lighted path. Never go beyond the kine and their settlements, because out there, well, that's lupine territory, and they don't like us much. But whatever's in Sudbury, whatever's there, has pushed them out. And now, it's our turn. Not all darknesses are the same, and not all things frighten all people. You never know what's behind closed doors, or what secrets you may find. And who knows, if we're very lucky, the clouds may part and we'll see the stars. Coming this Saturday at 1 p.m. to Archives of the Dragon.
I am your amateur storyteller, Corey, aka Unconscious Celestial, and these are our wonderful players.
Hello, I am the Ivy Raven, and I play Emma, the Tremere.
Hi, I'm Coyote Lewis, and I play Hannah of Clan Gangrel.
Hello, I'm Mickey Bear, and I play Lexi the Toreador.
Hello, I'm Lonhee, and I play Lilith the Toreador.
Hi, I'm Spectre Alafet, and I play Noor, Clan Caitiff.
Hi, I'm Rain, and I play Thea, Clan Bruja.
And tonight we have a special guest that will appear later in time. So, emotions are problematic and at the same time useful. You can manipulate and reap the benefits of your own emotions or others, but they can always be broken just as you can break others. Like Kine, some kindred are quite adept at mastering the show of emotions, as well as controlling the emotions of others. Some kindred can be quite inept, on the other hand, and more often than not careless and reckless with their powers, self-serving and hedonistic. It is not always their fault, but should responsibilities be taken, all depends on the kindred. So tonight we're going to wait for a roll check, since before we get into tonight's events, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. After Wednesday's ghost tour, Hannah had done some exploring and monitoring. Hannah, you had split your time between monitoring Waverly's farmhouse and some scent investigation at the art gallery. Which event would you like to go through first?
We can just do the art gallery really quick first, because that would just be me sniffing around.
Okay. So if you could roll a wits and awareness if your heightened senses are on.
My hunger level is not my dice pool. Oops. I about had a bad time with that. Brain. 4 successes with a crit.
4 success with a crit. Okay, so you do. It's very faint, but you can smell another kindred in the area that is not from your main group or like a Waverly scent.
Is it a trackable scent, or is it just one that just kind of pops up? Okay.
Just one that kind of pops up.
Okay. I will just take mental note of the scent, and then I will move on and do the check. Well, basically, I'm trying to keep Waverly from doing a runner, and so I'm switching between monitoring her farmhouse if she's at home, and checking on her at the bar, and just kind of splitting time that way.
Okay, would you be doing that both Thursday and Friday?
Yeah. I'd at least, if she's home, I'm going to check there. If she's at the bar, it'll be more like periodic checking, like just make sure that she doesn't go to work and then leave, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Thursday was a pretty normal night. Nothing out of the ordinary, just leaving for work and coming back. Friday, do you think you would have been there early in the evening or later in the evening?
Probably actually both. I'd probably check in like first thing in the evening and then closer towards closing.
Okay, so Friday night she did not go into work. I will have you roll both a wits and awareness and a resolve in stealth, please.
Two successes on the wits awareness, and you said resolve stealth?
Yes, please.
Okay. What is it? One success.
One success?
Yeah.
Okay. So early in the evening, you would have seen Waverly adjusting the blackout curtains upstairs and installing some in the windows downstairs. Now and then you would see her let the dogs out, have a sip of water, normal working activities kind of stuff. Late night, Friday night, you would notice that Waverly actually brings the dogs outside at one point and waits on the porch. What active disciplines would you have on?
I'd be shape changed and have heightened senses.
Okay, that's it?
Need to double check my abilities real quick. Yes.
Okay. So you're watching the porch, and as you're watching, out of nowhere, a figure starts coming up around the side of the house and towards the front of the porch. The dogs are strangely joyful, leaping up and playfully running towards the figure. As you are there, the figure turns and looks in your direction, but ignores you. The figure just pats Waverly on the head, and the group with the dogs enters back into the farmhouse.
My little coyote ears kind of like go back a little bit, like, oh shit. And I'll try and keep watch for as long as I can.
Okay. For the rest of the evening, nothing else happens.
Cool. Okay.
And that was Friday evening. So now on to Saturday. So everybody please roll a rouse check.
I get hungrier.
Okay. Lilith?
I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, so Saturday night, I'm going to go to Lilith first. Lilith, you had expressed to Bert that it would be easier on you to have a goal staying with you for reasons. So Donovan had sent one up for you that arrived on Friday evening. He did remember your trust issues and sent someone that would be able to make you feel comfortable. She's short and well-toned, with a few scars in plain sight, and you can only assume that she would have others as well. She was instructed upon arriving from Donovan to take a drink from your vitae to make the transition smoother for you. Her name is Alexa.
I will send a text to Bert telling him thank you for the goal, and that if there's anything or any more information that the Baron needs to let me know. Mm-hmm.
Lexi, you had received a text message a few nights ago. What was your response?
My response is that I have a few people meet me in a hotel room, and we proceed to get drunk, and then I get drunk.
Did that continue on till Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
Into Saturday, not through Saturday.
So Saturday night, let's start with Lexi. What do you do upon awaking?
I come to consciousness. I look to my right and I see F. I look to my left and I see Mark. I look down and I see a few of their friends, and I'm just like, oh my. And then I will get up, shower, get dressed, and send a message to Thea. So, what are you up to tonight?
I mean, I was going to head to the bar, but that's probably not a good idea right now.
Yeah, are you hungry?
Well, when aren't I?
Well, if you're feeling peckish, you can come to my spot, and I've got some snacks here.
Okay. Then I'll get ready and head over there.
And once she arrives, I'll open the door for her, invite her in, and say, ladies and gents, this is Thea. She is a delight, and you should treat her as such.
Thea, you also receive a text message from Waverly letting you know that Freddie is at the bar tonight.
I'll send one back saying, thanks, I will stop by if I can.
Okay. Lilith, what are you doing Saturday evening?
So when I wake up, I will text Nor and be like, I have a goal. How does this work? And then ask her, can she come to what is considered my haven, I guess, to help me understand how this works.
Nor will respond in the text message, are you texting me to arrange a play date?
I will respond and be like, maybe, and do like the awkward smile, like maybe.
There's the typing pause, and it's on typing for like a whole minute before it goes, sure, I'll be there in like an hour. I've got some things to do first.
And with that, we will transition to Nor. What did you do?
So, last night, I instructed Rafi to find me patients, essentially, so that I can open the surgery. To have an excuse to have a surgery. So Rafi took me very literally, and I have a small 4-year-old boy with a skinned knee today, and I just need to bandage it up. But Nora is just like, no, this is not what I mean.
Not. Okay.
All right. Bandage up the 4-year-old. He goes, no, I need somebody who has like a real problem, who wants to like avoid a hospital. That's what I'm looking for. I understand what you've done. I understand like you want to make me happy and get started on it. But unfortunately, this is not it. And now I have to go explain to the Toreador about ghouls, which I'm very confused, but okay. You can come with. Apparently you have a friend. We're having a play date. The fact that you are like 45 does not make this any better.
Just so you know, he was able to come back with information about the owners, the previous owners of the farmhouse for you.
Okay. Are they still alive?
They are human and they are definitely still alive.
All right.
They were elderly and had retired to Florida, and their names were Joseph and Amber Miller.
Okay. Well, phones work. We'll deal with that in a bit.
Okay.
And then I think Amazon by now would have gotten me Clue, so now I possess Clue. And I will pick up the board game, and I will text Emma before I leave and say, I don't know where you're at with Madeline and if you actually are housing Madeline, but I have the board game. Not sure how that fits in with your plans, but at some point I'd like to go see her, either at the hospital or at some mutually acceptable location. And then I will go up to the Baron's house to see Lilith, and we'll deal with that after everybody's done.
Okay. And with that, we will transition to Emma.
Emma's just going to text back, okay, we'll figure something out at some point. She's going to text Waverly and just ask her if she's made any progress on the question that I asked her to do, the ask that I made of her. So
Okay. You get a text message back that says, come to the barn. We can chat.
The bar?
The bar. Sanatorium.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just respond back with, okay, I'll swing through at some point tonight. So.
Okay. And Hannah, what did you do?
Probably went, checked in, did a check on Waverly real quick, made sure she was there, and then I want to go take a peek at the mines that were the ones that we found out the shadows were still potentially at, just to see if I could get a vibe even though I can't see anything supernatural.
Okay. Are you wanting to do that alone? Just a quick...
Yeah, just a prowl by, I guess.
So you're not attempting to go into the...
Nope, I just want to kind of get eyes on it, see what's around, because, I'm not going to go in by myself.
Yeah. Okay, so going around, it seems pretty normal, nothing out of the suspect. Miners going in, miners going out, like of the main gate. Some gentlemen and women and people in business attire as well. Pretty normal.
I will, to help with the coyote persona, knock over a trash can and then scurry away.
Okay. After going around the mines, what do you proceed to do?
I will head back to the bar area, and I'm just going to kind of hop up on like a roof or, somewhere around there and just kind of like pause, head watching like the back entrance.
Okay. And back to Lexi and Daya.
All right, so I guess once I get there, I hang out a bit, find someone happy to go off with me.
Okay.
And
Both F and Mark are there, so potentially Mark.
okay, sounds good. And I will feed.
Okay.
And I will offer the remaining 3, F included, some very delicious drinks. And say, unfortunately, this is where I must bid you 3 adieu for the evening. Work to see to, but hopefully we can all get together again.
F was a little disappointed that you have to leave, but then when you said you'll get back together, immediately perks back up.
And after Thea is done with her snack, I'll shuffle the rest of them out the door and turn to her and say, all right, so needless to say, a little disappointed in the outcome of things. I really like that bar, but, que sera, sera, right? So, what's, What's on the agenda for the evening?
I honestly don't know.
Isn't that wonderful, though?
It is. I mean, Waverly has invited me over to the bar to talk to someone about a job, but yeah.
Oh, Waverly. You have to wonder if she knew what we were, especially given the show we put on that first night.
Yeah, I'm really not. I mean, I'm guessing she doesn't.
Always assume they know, darling. Always assume they know. What have Lilith, Emma, Hannah, and Nor been up to?
I am not sure after that night.
It was a frustrating night. I do feel a little bad for being so short with Nor, but at the same time, I know the limited nature, the limitations of her clan, or not her clan, but her power set, if you will. So time was of the essence. So now it's fine. What else happened that night? Because as it stands right now, everything's a little foggy.
Well, I asked Waverly about whether she believes in supernatural and cryptid creatures, and I'm trying to work my way around to asking about werewolves, and apparently there are stories of them being in the area, but not super recent.
About 10 years ago, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so par for the course. Excuse me. It's been a few nights of fun. Fuck it. Where is everyone?
Hannah, who knows? She kind of runs around to get wherever she's going. Lilith, I'm guessing, is back at the house. That would probably be the best place to try and get everyone together.
Am I the only one that's creeped out by that place?
It's not my first choice, but
I'm going to take that as a no, and that you are creeped out by that place, and we just became friends. Oh, what would I do without you, Thea? Should we try and get everybody together?
probably a good idea to, if nothing else, figure out our next few steps.
It's exhausting, though.
It does help if you're not drunk all the time when you're trying to do it.
You say that, and yet I've tried that before, and believe me, mine is the infinitely preferable course of action. As they say in Quebecois, allons-y. Oh, and can you drive, please?
Yes, I can drive.
Here's your own key to my car, darling.
Oh, thank you. And I will drive us toward the house that Lilith's been staying at.
Okay. So, Nor, do you think that you'd probably arrive there before Lexi and Thea?
Probably. I'll probably have Rafi drive since I'm bringing my ghoul for a play date. So, I'm probably not going to roller skate.
Yeah.
Nor will come up to the house, knock on the door. Not certain whether she's going to get a ghoul or Lilith, and then she'll also text, because she is this person, be like, I'm here.
Lilith is going to walk to the door and open the door and kind of immediately pull Nor in and slam the door shut and be like, I haven't told the others that I got a ghoul yet. I feel like since you have one, you would understand and be able to help me. So I contacted you first about it.
I feel like, did you just go out on the street and pick up somebody, or
No, it was sent to me. I texted Bert and told the Baron that I feel like I needed, just because I'm in a new place. Back before I came here, I probably would have handled stuff myself, but I don't know anyone here, and I'm not used to being here, so I feel like a ghoul would have been a good option to have.
So while the two that's okay. While the two of you are talking, Nor, while you and Rafi come in, Alexa is just sitting on the couch with a crossbow, just watching the door. And the second thing that happens, Lilith, you get a text message from Bert suggesting that you should probably get a new phone, and whoever you texted recently should get a new phone.
I'm just gonna show that message to Nor and be like, I think I did a no, sorry.
Rafi, we have to go get a new phone. Okay. He just and Nor will just break her phone, like just right that second, be like, all right. Okay. This is a new goal. This is only sort of your goal right now, so that's sort of problematic for the conversation I need to have with you.
Okay.
Rafi is my goal, and Rafi is only drinking my blood. The person on the couch over there has currently not only drunk your blood, which is semi-problematic. Now, technically, I think you trust the person who has given you this ghoul, but I would not. So, we have a problem when we talk about this. Nora's going to look at Alexa and be like, I am not Lilith, but can you go literally anywhere else and menace people with a crossbow?
Alexa kind of looks over at Lilith and was like, boss's orders were to protect you.
I'm good. I'm fine. She's not gonna hurt me. You're good to go. Also, I'm gonna throw this phone up real quick. You wanna shoot at it with your crossbow?
You toss the phone into the air, and Alexa just right through it.
Lilith is just gonna she's gonna clap and be like, "Good job, you can go now."
Alexa huffs and just like, "Frick, what the fuck am I doing here?" And just like goes off.
Nora's like, okay. First off, ghouls, while ghouls are mortal, so there's always the ability to just kill them when you don't like what's going on. I'm not suggesting you should, but there's a certain class of vampire that does this. So understand why ghouls are preferable to certain people. However, this is like blood bonding, except with mortals, and you're going to need to give them multiple things of blood for her to be fully loyal to you, which she is not right now. It's also why you tend to pick people that you personally know and like and understand and have done research on their family background and all of the other crazy things you need to do to make sure that they do not have any ulterior motives when they serve you. Also, people can steal ghouls. This is a thing that can happen. So you're going to need to make sure you get through your 3 doses of blood with this person fairly quickly, or pick someone else, because you're making me a little nervous. And I love you, and I appreciate that you trust me, but I am anxious on your behalf. So,
Lilith, you would know Alexa by face, just from being one of the Baron's closer ghouls. But whether or not you two ever really spoke together much was probably nigh. So,
anyway,
whether you can trust her is totally up to you.
That's my personal opinion. I love you. This is also going to make you relatively hungry for a couple of weeks here, because it's your vitae you're going to have to give her. So this is an exercise in how much do you want to eat other people in order to have something like this. And the more you get of them, the more you have to eat other people. I'm trying to be as blunt as possible so you understand what we're doing here. Rafi and I have been together for some time. He's not my first ghoul. He's probably not going to be my last ghoul. However, I only keep 1, maybe 2 at any given time, because I don't like having to eat that much in order to maintain them. Now, once they are maintained, you can feed them once a month, and it will maintain that sort of loyalty to you. But they are equally able to gain some of our power, and they are equally, well, their frenzies aren't as bad as ours, but they are still frenzies, so they are still a danger to the public if you let them go and things go bad. So it's a responsibility. I feel like your mother telling you have a pet now.
Storyteller, quick question. Since my predator type is a bagger, if I do give Alexa a vitae, would just like drinking a blood bag take? Okay. Okay.
That's fine. As you two were finishing up that conversation there, Lexi and Thea pull up, and Alexa had gone out and around onto the porch and is now just sitting on the couch. Not a couch, a bench in like on the front porch kind of deal, and is just watching this car come up and not necessarily pointing the crossbow, but definitely like
Alexa would know my car and know me.
That's true. So once she saw Lexi, she kind of the crossbow wouldn't be high, but she would just still keep it close.
And when we get out of the car, I'll just say, Alexa, what are you doing up here looking as deadly as ever, darling?
It's you. Should have.
Yes, it's me. Is there a problem with that?
Nope.
I didn't fucking think so.
Lexi just kind of bites her tongue. Donovan ordered for Lilith.
Good. You can go now.
Glares at you, kind of huffs, and walks off into the backyard.
And I will proceed to open the door and hold it open for Thea. Madam.
I'll walk in and look around to see if anything else has changed since the last time I was here.
Lilith, would you have done any personal decorating?
No, I probably would have left it the same, except probably like the room where I would be sleeping.
Staying.
Everything else would just be the same.
So, we met your new friend.
Yes. What's Alexa doing up here other than being up here on Donovan's orders?
Well, I requested protection in a sense that if I am unable to reach any of you, there is someone near that I can get a hold of.
Nor is just looking a little like bemused, not unhappy, just bemused. And she looks at Lexi and goes, and they look at Lexi and go, I feel like I just have the new pet owner talk and the safe sex talk all in 1 minute.
Can you explain why fucking Alexa is up here? Because Lilith's explanation did nothing to clear
Lilith
any of that up.
requested a ghoul from the Baron. The ghoul is currently in the middle of being transferred, let's call ownership.
So, in about a month, you're going to start feeding her blood, okay? Because that's how long it's going to take the blood bond she has to Donovan to wear off. And that's whether, and that's assuming that the veracity of their bond is only at a certain point. If it's stronger than that, you're going to have to wait significantly longer. Until that time, they are loyal to Donovan, not you.
Which is why I say it's usually a better idea to go find your own. Stray pets.
Because currently that dog is ready to bite anyone here on Donovan's word.
Right, and also your ghoul will not be welcome in pretty much anybody who doesn't have a haven here's haven.
Well, I've already started the trans
You
the
can't.
process. She came. I've had her since Friday.
It doesn't matter.
I,
The bond doesn't start to fade until after a month.
I understand that, but I have started it. I've already given her some of my vitae. It doesn't mean that it's like faded, but
That doesn't
I have.
matter. You can't. Your vitae will have no power over her until the bond with Donovan is completely gone.
It was just
Trust me,
to
this
start
is
the
something.
process.
This is something I know about. I have long been. My knowledge of blood bonding is PhD level, if you will.
Well, if nothing else, we have a semi-appropriate weapon for certain things. We can find you a better opportunity to ghoul someone, hopefully soon. Which reminds me, Lexi, I was thinking about our territory problem with Waverly, which incidentally, lesbian, explains so much.
Who is a lesbian?
Waverly, or at least bisexual or pansexual. She's just not into you because she's into someone else.
I don't care.
I'm
I've
just-
established the reason. I can use vampiric power to make her whatever the fuck I want. The problem was
That's very boring in some ways. Anyways,
I don't disagree. It is very boring. I prefer to not do that because, it's just so gauche. But what did we find out based on my suspicions?
you would have to talk to Emma more than me. I found out something.
We found out that there's another kindred in town.
We found that there's a kindred who comes to town. I am concerned that there is a third kindred because the second kindred is interested in a place that it doesn't have information about. When I think about it, okay? If I don't know something, who do I send to research it? My ghoul. So if my ghoul is researching something, I don't know about it, which means there's someone else holding it that isn't me. So Bell Mansion is like that. And I don't know who that is yet. But there's probably a third kindred here. Which, not important to the thing about the Waverly and the bar situation. What do you think about theater? Because we could put a bar in a theater and we could create a artistic place, and Lilith likes theater.
If you're talking about cocktails and serving sparse drinks during an intermission, that's fine. But serving alcohol in a theater, that just makes me flash back to my vaudeville days. It's a bad idea. There's a lot of broken glass. Chicken wire needs to be put up. It's just bad.
I was thinking more we'd have a theater with sparse drinks, and then we could have a speakeasy that for the nights we weren't doing theater.
We could do a burlesque.
That is genius. So much easier. And then we're not in anybody's territory. So I'm certain between
Plus, we'll
us...
make a lot more fucking money than trying to get these fucking hicks some culture.
Okay, I am not going there. I quite like the Hicks. In fact, the Hicks are what drew me to this place in the first place. Anyways, text Hannah and Emma and be like, please come save me. Lexi is here, and also I am having the safe pet, safe sex conversation, and I don't know what to do.
You just get a question mark.
Also, it's from Rafi's phone. It's not from Noor's phone. It's just...
Yeah, just purely a question mark and a fuzzy old camera phone picture of like gravel.
The response will be, just come up to the house, please save me.
But I digress. Waverly belongs to somebody, and anything that says Minerva Inc. belongs to a kindred. And unless, why are you going to Bell Mansion?
Oh, we went to Bell Mansion already. We had a ghost tour. We figured you wouldn't really be down.
Were there ghosts there?
No.
Not really, no.
Fantastic. Lilith, were you able to get in touch with Ralph? When you asked for your ghoul, did you ask him for any information on Celeste Lamontagne?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, I haven't gotten anything else, but he did tell me she was in a band called The Wild Child. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
She was in a band?
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of the music.
I would recommend you... Oh, God, fuck these modern knights and their goddamn technology. So many things you have to do and not do and say and not say and just... You need a ghoul. Yes?
Yes.
One that is fully yours and capable-ish.
Yes.
Fantastic. I can start scouting for you. What is it you're looking for?
Just protection, really. Then I don't have like a specific look that I'm looking for. They just should
No,
look
I
like
meant what skill set do you want them to have? You want the ability to protect you.
Yes, with
Fantastic.
any weapon possible, or with their hands. Either way.
I'll get you sorted. Give me a few nights. Does anyone know where Hannah and Emma are?
I texted them. Hopefully they will show up soon.
Yes, hopefully.
You're actually going to get a text from Emma that's just going to say, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
Noor will respond, I know I don't. It's Noor. I'm on Rafi's phone. Please don't ask me why I'm on Rafi's phone. I had to destroy my phone already tonight. Please don't do this to me.
Yeah, that text is never going to reach Emma because as soon as she sent the you have the wrong number, she's already like thrown her phone on the ground and stomped on it a couple times and picked up the pieces. So, yeah. Fucking amateur hour up here in Canada, I swear to God. I don't know why I left the Chantry. Oh, wait, I know why I left the Chantry. Breathe, Emma. Breathe. I don't have to breathe, but sometimes. I'm going to, like, check around my little haven-y spot. If Madeline's there, I'm going to let her know I'm heading out for the night. If she's not, then I'm not going to summon her. That was the deal.
Yep.
So, but I'm actually going to head off towards the sanitarium. So,
Hannah, do you go to the Haven?
I kind of look confused at my phone as I continue to try and interpret the message that Nor sent me. And then I'm going to do a quick hop down from the roof and start heading to the house.
Okay. So with Emma heading to the sanatorium and everybody else at the Haven, let's go back to the Haven one more time. and then we'll go for break. Hannah arrives at the Haven.
Hannah will be met by Noor, who is just a little frazzled and just like, okay, so, and she'll shut the door on like the rest of the house before like Hannah can go in.
Who's in the backyard?
Okay, so we have a new.
She's fucking carrying a crossbow.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Donovan sent Lilith a ghoul.
Okay. Is that the safe pet, safe sex?
Donovan wants to gift said ghoul to Lilith. That ghoul is Donovan's ghoul, though.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
No, I don't. I don't have any problem because technically this is Donovan's house too. But like, it's really much more practical for Lilith to have her own ghoul. Also, she texted me to ask to have essentially a play date with my ghoul and her ghoul, which I don't know what to do with this. I'm having a little bit of a mental breakdown. I love her and you. I'm sorry. I just needed.
You are all cats. You're all cats.
A little bit.
It's like herding cats.
Yes. I'm sorry. I appreciate that's probably not your vibe.
No, it's fine. It's just, you know, being alone for a few years, you kind of forget about the amount of cat herding that it is when you get all of us together.
Yes.
So
we're all a little different. I appreciate that. Oh, not because I think you'll need this or anything, but I've opened a small like medical clinic overnight. Don't ask me why I have the supplies to do this. It's just a thing that I do randomly when I get nervous about things. So, you know, if any of us gets hurt, I have the ability to do something about that.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
You need people sent your way?
That wouldn't hurt. Honestly, it cuts down on the amount I have to search the community for food.
I guess if I see homeless or anyone like that, I'll send them your way.
Yep. Any of that I can deal with. You know, some things I do better than others, but I'm pretty good at finding the resources for it. So, anyways, I appreciate you. I just really needed to see somebody who wasn't Lexi who had a sensible comment on this, because the crossbow is making me nervous. And I say that as someone who owns one.
I mean, it shoots predominantly wooden ammunition at beings who should not have that shot at them, so
yes.
Your anxiety is valid.
And it belongs to somebody who isn't physically here. So yes.
All right, let's head inside.
Yep. Noor will follow behind Hannah and take a deep breath before she goes inside again. I was like, okay, I'm okay.
Are you sure, darling? You seem to have missed a spot.
Yeah, I sort of felt ecstatic about it today. Also, I was going to see people who weren't. Give me a minute. I'll work on it. And she'll go to like a bathroom and look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, damn it.
Hannah, lovely to see you. How have you been since last?
Just keeping an eye on Waverly and making sure she doesn't do a runner now that she knows things.
Well, hopefully she doesn't know things. We had blanked her mind. So you're saying that the mind blanking didn't take?
Has no one explained what happened at Bell Mansion to him yet?
I think they mentioned a little bit, but not everything, because they wouldn't have been in the same room when Emma confronted Waverly.
No, it's just I haven't been able to really verify if she has full memories or not. I'm going to assume the blanking worked, but, you know, sometimes they get weird.
Nor sticks her
They
head.
really don't.
Nor
They
sticks her
really
head
don't
back
get
out.
weird.
And goes, no, the memory thing worked. It worked.
I'm sensing a butt. Like a Jennifer Lopez butt.
What does that mean?
A big one.
Okay,
Jesus fuck.
sure. It's fine. We should probably all get together and talk about things.
Well, I think that's the plan, but Emma's not here.
And where is Emma?
Going to guess with Waverly.
Might be at the shop. I don't know, I haven't talked to her tonight.
Would anyone like to try getting a hold of her? And I will pull out my phone and start texting Emma, and then get the message not delivered. Oh, that's lovely.
And with that, we are going to, I think we're going to go on break.
Today I feel the love. Today I am enough. Stay here with me. Keep it calm, lose the bomb, find the right live. Funny, please live with me, baby. Don't leave. Touch my chest, love you best. Be the moment. If you're gone tonight, it's alright. Just please don't forget how to live with yourself in the morning. And how to do the work when it's boring. And how to forgive the wounds for hurting. Oh, hey, please stay here with me.
And we're back. Okay, so Emma, you are on your way to the sanatorium.
Yep. Once Emma gets there, she's just gonna pull into the parking lot and go into the building through the front. She's not gonna like try and sneak in the back or anything crazy like that. So,
Okay.
if Waverly is actually behind the bar, she will go up to the bar. If there's like seating or whatever, she'll just sit down at the bar. So, if there isn't, then she will kind of walk past. I don't know what the I can't remember if the bar had seating or not. So.
Yeah, the bar does have seating, but Waverly notices you walk in, gives you a nod, and finishes serving the patrons at the bar, and will come over and slide into the booth that you're at as one of the other employees takes over.
Okay, works for me. So, Waverly, have you spoken with your benefactor?
I have.
How did that go?
It was good. It was okay, I guess.
I mean, you're still alive, so I would say that's probably a good sign. Yes?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What? Why so crestfallen?
No reason?
People don't act like that unless there's a reason, Waverly. I mean, we can go someplace else. We can go back to your office. I mean, if you want to tell the person at the bar that they're going to have to cover your shift the rest of the night, you know.
Yeah, I kind of told them they might have to anyway. Yeah, okay. Waverly will grab your hand and pull you toward, guide you to the back office.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So I'll let her guide me back there. That's fine. So
yeah. She shuts the office door and locks it behind her.
I'm actually going to activate Sense the Unseen and just do a quick sweep of the room. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not walking into like a warded chair or anything crazy. So,
no.
Do you want me to roll that, or just not going to worry about it, or?
I can tell you right off nothing.
Okay, I just wanted to double check. So.
Mm-hmm. Waverly just kind of sits down and just watches you, expecting you to just.
After looking around, Emma's going to sit down. If there's another chair, I assume there's probably like another chair in the room. I'll sit down in that then. So. Okay, Waverly. So since you're I know it's you're being smart, not talking about it out on the whatever. So how did it go? What's going on? Like, I was hoping to speak with your master, but I know you said they're not living in the area, so
they're back.
Of course they are. So are they amicable to interacting with another of their kind, or are they total recluse and I'm gonna have to keep going through you for everything?
Waverly kind of pauses and just has to think about how to word this. I mean, she said that it would be okay. I mean, obviously she wants to figure out who the hell is here, but...
So your master said what would be okay exactly?
For meeting.
Oh, okay. Excellent. See, that's all I wanted to know. So when can I meet your master then?
I mean, tonight?
Perfect. Then why don't we do that? Because I don't like waiting around more than I need to, and keeping the ball rolling, I believe the saying is always good. So
she seems a little bit unsure of how to proceed.
Okay, well, if I just show up wherever your master is hiding, they're probably going to be kind of irked. So I assume you probably need to be there to make sure that facilitate the start of the conversation, even though we're falling flat right now. So
yeah, you're not gonna try to hurt her, right?
No. Waverly, just because you couldn't pull your hand away from me doesn't mean I could actually do anything to your master.
That's true. They are very powerful. And she just kind of like smiles at the thought. One second. And she kind of pulls out her phone and sends a message off to Celeste and just kind of sits and like, I guess we'll just wait a minute.
Sure. I've got nothing but time until the sun rises, so.
Well, I just want to be sure. That's all.
I understand. Though I don't know if I necessarily want to walk into her territory, as it were.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not. It's somewhere where, I mean, it'll probably be somewhere where she feels safe, but not. It's not. Yeah. And then her phone goes off. Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about a clearing in a forest?
That works for me.
She also wants to meet the coyote.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to dredge the number up from my memory. Give me a minute. Emma's going to use her Charlotte cell phone that she only uses for her book business, and she's going to send a message to Hannah and say, hi, this is Charlotte. Your book is ready, and I would like to pass it off to you. Are you available to meet tonight?
Cool? Question mark? I guess I can be there soon? Should I bring friends too?
Oh,
I don't-
and the bartender.
The bartender.
I'm pretty sure she means Lexi.
I figured as much. Emma's going to text to Hannah just says, how about swing by the bar and bring our flamboyant friend?
Yes, ma'am. And there's like the O and a 7, like saluting little emoji.
Okay, Waverly, they're going to come here. And then I guess you can take us to this meeting place. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
see, you're acting crestfallen again.
I'm freaking nervous, okay?
Ah.
I really like you, but I adore Celeste. Like,
Why do you really like me? I'm absolutely confused. This is, I don't understand. So you'll have to speak to me like I'm the dumbest person in the room in this regard, I suppose, because I just am completely. My friends decided to harass me about something related to this, I think, and I'm super confused by what they were saying, and now you're saying you really like me, and I'm confused by that. So,
well, I mean, like it means whatever you want it to mean. I think you're cool, and I mean, there's a reason why I like talking to you.
But Waverly, you don't really know anything about me.
Yeah, well, how much do you really know about me?
Not a whole lot, but I have time to learn things. And if you're someone's decided that you're interesting enough to be their little pet, then I suppose you're probably fairly interesting in some regard, or maybe I'm just reading the situation wrong.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know what she sees in me. I couldn't tell you. She must see something. I trust her judgment, but I don't know. I'm a good bartender, I guess. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that any of our kind would need such a skill set in their retainer, except for possibly the one who was working here. But I digress. They're supposed to be on their way. I would say it's probably smart that I wait out in the bar proper so they don't have to come looking for me.
Okay.
And so unless there's something you need of me before they arrive, I would say we're probably done for now. So
yeah. Okay.
I don't know, drink some liquid courage or whatever, because seriously, you're killing the mood. This is exciting. It's a new adventure, sort of.
So you say.
Look, Waverly, I'm only doing things if they interest me, and this is interesting. So why be so down about it?
Like I said, it's complicated.
Yeah, everything's complicated. But, oh well. We'll get some answers tonight. Probably.
Hopefully.
Emma's going to just get up and she's going to leave the room, head back out into the bar proper and plunk down in a booth where she can see the front door. So people coming in, so.
Yeah. Waverly just stays in the office at that point. Do Lexi and Hannah?
I'll have wrangled. Actually, probably. Can someone drive? Need a ride.
What do you need?
Well, you and I need to go to the bar.
Which bar? The sanatorium.
Yes. The bar.
Why do I need to go there?
Emma asked for us. Don't know exactly what's going on, but
Why
we're
is
supposed
Emma
to
there?
show up. Oh. We gotta go find out.
Oh, Thea,
Yes.
feel like getting a drink?
Yeah, I can drive you.
Lilith, fancy a drink?
Sure. Let's go.
Nor.
I fancy getting away from the other ghoul.
Alexa is... Well, she needs to learn her place, that's for sure.
Alexa, play this.
But... What's that? What'd you say?
Never mind. You don't want to know.
Just gonna sail right on past that. Let's load up and head to the fucking bar. Figure out why the fuck Emma is hanging out in some other Lick's domain.
All right.
Or
Let's
Hannah.
go.
Or Emma. God, you all have such similar names.
So you all pack up and head to the sanatorium despite your better sense of judgment.
What makes you think anything that has occurred in the city has been according to my sense of judgment?
Before we left, though, Lilith would have like shouted out the like back door and been like, "Alexa, I'm leaving. Do what you gotta do. Just don't break anything. I guess. I don't know. Bye."
As you're leaving, you just hear Alexa come in and just shut all the doors.
When I look at the others, it's really be like, "Well, she's a lovely person. We should go."
Give me a few nights and you can send her back down to Mississauga. Okay? Okay.
I'll give you like 4. She
More
she
than
kind
enough.
of she kind of gives that vibe that if we were in a bad situation, she would let me die. So yeah.
All right, let's just go. And Thea, do you drive us all to the sanatorium? Yeah. Fantastic. So let's get there.
So timing, we're probably at about 2 a.m. in the morning at this point.
Perfect. Last call. Everyone's out. Wonderful. I'll go up and knock and... Hello. We have been requested to be here.
Waverly has not moved from the office, and the other 2 employees that were there have taken care of everything, left Emma there, and have gone home.
So nice of the entire group to join me. Yes, so technically there's only the presence of 2 of you plus myself was requested, so...
Oh, I don't care what they requested.
You should.
Why?
I'm trying to have a very nice and nice and easygoing understanding between another individual.
Well, my presence was requested. I just might be a few hours late.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'm talking about the one I wish to speak to, specifically requested myself, the coyote, and the bartender.
And who requested this?
Come on. Emma's going to kind of motion.
I'm assuming we're already inside.
Yeah, no, you. I'm sure if there's even 1 or 2 people wandering around still as bartenders, I'm just going to be kind of like, come in closer. Waverly's master.
Cool. I see you all have been busy little bees in my absence. Lovely.
Well, considering the job we were tasked with, this seemed like the logical, well, one of the logical conclusions to a path of action. So there's other things
Brilliant.
afoot here, and
So, yeah.
she seems to have answers. So
Cool. Tight. Let's get this over with. When is Miss Lamontagne supposed to get here?
I don't think she's coming here. We're going someplace else. A forest clearing is what I was told. So I don't know.
Yeah, because that doesn't have murder written all over it.
It's like tantamount to being told, hey, we're going on a boat ride.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, that's a bad thing.
Okay.
That means they're going to put a bullet in the back of your head and dump you off the boat.
Sorry. It's one of those things I was never interacted with. So, yeah, Emma's going to get up and she's going to go back and knock on the door, the office that Waverly's sequestered herself in. So,
The door was open. Waverly just has.
she's still going to knock on the door.
Okay.
And then she'll try it, I guess. And if it opens, she'll stick her head in and say, "The assembled masses are here. Where do we need to go?"
Right. Okay. All right. Let's go. Waverly kind of walks out, just ignores Lexi, doesn't even look at him, can't bring herself to look at him. Kind of waves at Than and like, you missed Freddie, and then kind of like just started going out the back door. And just stood there waiting with the door open, like holding the back door open.
Well, I'll drive myself in my vehicle if that's okay, but it's parked in the parking lot, so I'll just travel through the back alley here.
Yeah. Let's, and we can speed this up. We could just arrive at the meeting spot.
Okay, so you all arrive at the edge of a forest, and Waverly kind of stands there and looks back at all of you and just kind of like looks toward the forest, then looks back to you. Come on, let's go then. She starts walking into the forest. It starts off as a pretty well-trodden path. You travel along that for maybe about 15 minutes before it turns into a path that has started to be reclaimed by the forest. There are smaller trees starting to grow, and if you're watching Waverly, she zigzags carefully to avoid them. Eventually, there's no obvious path, but Waverly keeps going on. And before we continue with this scene, I would like to introduce our guest player. So our guest player for the evening is my sister, Blue, and I will let her introduce herself.
And I will be playing Celeste Lamontagne. And I'm from Gangrel Land, country, Gangrel to be specific. Nice to see everyone this morning.
Okay, so you arrive at a small clearing. The wildflowers and grass are shorter, and for those with animal ken, it's obviously a popular wildlife grazing spot. Hannah, you've probably seen this place before. Celeste is sitting cross-legged in the middle of the clearing in some sort of meditative state. Waverly's pace speeds up as soon as she sees Celeste, sprints over, and sits down beside her, attention now purely focused on Celeste.
Okay. I guess I'd like to start, storyteller. What has Waverly told me about these people I'm about to meet?
So you would know about Emma and Lexi. Lexi is the bartender that Waverly hired. You would have found out Wednesday that Waverly didn't know that Lexi was a vampire or was kindred. And you also would have found out Wednesday about Emma being kindred as well. And then Hannah, the coyote, is who you would have seen on Friday night when you arrived. Thea, Lilith, and Noor, you probably wouldn't have heard much about at all.
But I am aware that they are all kindred.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
Who have you brought to me, Waverly?
You said I could bring them, so you wanted to meet Lexi and Emma, and you said the coyote, too?
Yeah, but there are 3 more people.
I don't know. Emma, what did you do?
It's okay.
Well, you see, Miss Lamontagne, we decided that in the interest of transparency, we would make ourselves at your disposal.
Disposal. And you work at my bar, right? The San
Previously.
correct?
Previously, I have since terminated said employment. Once we learned that it was under it was your domain, we stopped hunting and going there. At least.
Waverly speaks up. She's like, you never signed anything. You didn't tell me. You just stopped showing up.
I also never signed an official employment.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Waverly, how have things been at the bar? Are we short-handed at all?
Not particularly. No. Lexi was just really good.
I'm sorry.
So we wish to clear the air, as it were, and apologize. We did not know that this was we were hunting in your domain, and make formal introductions. I am Lexi of Clan Toreador.
Actually, before we, since this is not technically a Camarilla territory, have you laid domain here, Celeste, or are you just leaving a watcher behind, which was the feeling I got so far?
I certainly wouldn't call this my domain. I like to just free roam, as they say. I mean, I have Waverly here. She plays a very important part to me, takes care of my bar. I need that for an income to continue on.
So, is that all she is? Is that all Waverly's here for, then, is an income for you?
Yes, that is all she is for.
That's interesting. She said she was here looking for others like you. So she's either your barkeep or she's your watching eyes. I'm just confused. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because we've been asked to do a job by another party. And
Before we start prying too deeply into others' business, Emma, it would behoove us to make formal introductions. Miss Lamontagne, as I previously stated, I am Lexi of Clan Toreador, and I will point towards Lilith, and this is...
Hello, I'm Lilith of Clan Toreador.
I'm Thea of Clan Bruja.
Anna, the coyote. Game girl.
I'm Noor of, well, I suppose you think of no clan in particular.
sorry, it's been a long time since my manners mattered. So I am Emma Thornhill, Clan Tremere, at your service to a degree.
Mixed bag going on here.
All will be made clear presently after you make introductions of your own.
I am Celeste Lamontagne. I own Sanitarium, as you know. And I am of Gangrel.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Lamontagne.
Likewise. Thanks.
Still a wild child name. I was right.
Heard that a bit. What have you been saying, Waverly?
Waverly kind of looks and was like, I haven't said anything about Wild Child.
In fairness,
Actually, Celeste, I was the one that was able to get that information. Waverly didn't tell us any of that.
You guys are researching. You seem to be very curious about me.
More that we want to make sure we're not stepping on any toes as we do the work of our superiors, one Baron Donovan out of Mississauga.
No toes are being stepped on here,
Also,
but I
say there's some of us who claim that, and some of us who are more contractors.
Regardless, we are up here with a specific task, which is to establish an anarch-free city. And a small compliment, nothing that would stress the resources of this burg. And knowing you are here, we can account for you and make sure that everyone is getting along amicably.
what is the work that you guys are here for?
Mostly just to establish a viable domain for Baron Donovan and cultivate herds for us and for the few other that are going to be coming up here.
Storyteller, what do I know about Donovan?
I might have mentioned that, but
I don't know anything.
insignificant to you.
Okay.
You're your own free agent.
Yeah, I have no problem with whatever you and your mixed bag of kindred are up to here.
Fantastic. Knowing that, is there anything we can do for you?
Well, I suppose let Waverly continue her job.
By all means.
And maybe less distractions, Waverly.
What do you mean?
Well, why are you running around with, no offense, but these people?
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm just wondering, where's your head at?
I don't know. I was busy. I was trying to find out the thing about the thing with the rainbow, and I just kind of went from there.
Well, I suppose these people would want to know about.
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably the only one here with any interest in various and sundry things. So,
If you're referring to the ghosts at Bell Manor, that does factor into our approach. If you have any information you'd like to share with us, Miss Lamontagne, it would be greatly appreciated.
Which ghost is this?
well, Waverly approached me and asking for information about the abandoned hospital and Bell Manor. So that was the reason she's been, quote unquote, hanging out with us people. So she was just looking for information that I then found out was to pass on to you. So I feel confident in letting you know that since I'm speaking to you face to face now, we can cut out the intermediary. The hospital is quote unquote haunted. There are spirits there. It would appear multiples. I've interacted with one. Actually, most of the assembled kindred here have interacted with one. As for the Bell Manor, it is nothing. There is nothing at Bell Manor. It is bad wiring and even worse art. So,
Well, I mean, there are many ghosts. I've met many wraiths in my time. Who are you referring to?
there was one Madeline that apparently spoke with most of the group, and then I ended up speaking with her after the fact.
I've met Madeline. I would say that I met her maybe 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah, so you must be the space named individual of our breed that spoke with her. She mentioned that she had spoken with one of our kind before. A boombox, I believe, was gifted to her. I don't know. Yeah. She talked about music or something. I don't know. So.
I'm sure she's a fan of my band.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
You cut out.
I'm sure she's a fan of my band.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, I guess that would if you are the purported kindred that she interacted with, then I guess that would be the answer to that question of who it was she was interacting with. But no, I haven't interacted with any other spirits yet. I haven't attempted. I haven't gone back out to the hospital. I've been attending to other matters. So I don't know.
Curious, what brought you guys to the hospital?
Because
the rampant curiosity of my fellows. Miss Lamontagne, if I may impose, the word is that about 10 years ago, lupines had come into this area, had fought some entities, destroyed them, and then moved on. Being as a person who was here at that time period, can you confirm or deny this?
Well, I mean, 11 years ago, there were rumors that Guru were at the hospital clearing.
I'm guessing Guru or what they call themselves?
Yes, your werewolves are Guru.
Please continue, I apologize.
But yes, I did hear that they were in town 11 years ago. But they've moved on since then, very quickly, and haven't come back, as far as me and Waverly know.
Well, if you're not opposed to it, I can return to working at the sanatorium and help increase your revenue stream as a thank you for not only meeting with us under such amicable conditions, but also as a treaty of sorts.
I would not be opposed.
Wonderful. And if you have a way of contacting you, we would very much appreciate having that so that we can keep you abreast of any developments in the city.
Well, Waverly is my main contact for developments in the city.
I don't like working through ghouls. I prefer person to person. less chance of mucked up communication that way.
I move around a lot. It can be a little hard to contact me at times.
Well, then I would send you a message, and at your leisure, you could return it.
Storyteller, would I be able to return messages?
That's totally up to you as player.
Well, then I'm feeling social. You know, it's been a lot of quarantining. I would love to exchange letters with you.
Wonderful. I will provide you with a cellular telephone that we can use to keep in touch. And again, we apologize for not being able to make our presence known in a more formal manner. We didn't know you were here or that you had interests in the area.
I have interest in many areas, but
I do hate to interrupt this delicate dance we are doing, but I do feel like maybe I would like to inquire whether or not you are aware of any other supernatural presences in the area, whether they be like us or there are some interesting mortals that are very dangerous, and there are other supernatural things I have not yet seen but have heard tale of.
it is possible if veins start to build up in this area that the Gru will return. They work on exterminating.
What does that mean, Banes?
Shadows. Terrors.
Is that all the information you have about that?
Well, I don't know of any other dangers in this area.
No, forgive me because I don't know your affiliation, but also we ran into further into the city the presence of some Sabbat kindred. Would they be present here?
I have not heard of any Sabbat in this area, other than myself at one point, but I am no longer Sabbat.
Fascinating. I might also ask for a way to pick your brain for a different purpose. I should state, I'm not an anarch. I'm also not Camarilla. I am independent, and I am...
Lexi walks forward, reaches into his coat pocket, pulls out a phone, and just hands it. This is clean. It will work when you're within range of a cell tower. And I will give them the number, if that is all right with you, Miss Lamontagne.
I accept the phone and put it in a little satchel I have by my side.
Honestly, if it's too personal, you can tell me no. I'm searching down a particular piece of information, and you might be able to help me.
Yes, go ahead.
Is there anything else?
Unless there are any more questions, I believe we can be done here.
I do apologize for getting so close to your ghoul's home and you noticing me the other night. I apologize.
I sense no danger from you. So.
Just making sure that she stayed in town until we could have a discussion.
Oh, Averly won't be skipping town.
And if you ever find yourself feeling a bit peckish, I would like to offer my services in providing for you a fine dining experience.
I'm going to have to decline. I prefer that.
Sorry, I'm. So many gears are turning. The naming them creatures, these shadow things, that was actually helpful. Gives me something that I can chase down, a lead, as it were, because we obviously don't want them to gather. But if my assembled compatriots don't have anything else, I actually was hoping to speak to you one-on-one, Miss Lamontagne. If you're okay with that, of course. I honestly don't believe I could hurt you even if I wanted to, so I don't think that should be something you worry about, but I don't know. I'm sure all my friends would like to be here, but I'd kind of like to talk about something.
No, we can leave you to your own devices. You drove out here by yourself. Unless anyone else has anything, I will leave you to your evening, madam, and not take up any more of your time. It was a pleasure to meet you, and endeavors. And Lexi will turn and leave.
Waverly just sits beside Celeste and just waits for Celeste to tell her what to do.
Well, Emma, Waverly has spoken very highly of you. I am open to conversation.
Excellent. Emma's actually going to kind of turn towards the others and be like, okay, so if party's over, I know y'all drove out here for nothing, but Hannah, I'd appreciate if let's not do that again.
Fine.
Besides, you wouldn't want to, if she decided to murder me here, you wouldn't want to have to hear that, so.
It wouldn't be the first time I've heard a kindred be murdered by another kindred.
I'm sure.
But fine. And I'll turn and start heading towards where Lexi headed off to.
I will follow.
I will reach out my hand for Lilith and be like, come on. We were never, wanted here in the first place, but, it felt like maybe we should make sure people didn't get murdered. But now people can decide whether or not they want to get murdered, so it's fine.
I'll take Nora's hand and just kind of nod and follow her.
I'm going to be honest with you, Celeste. Do you mind if I call you Celeste, or do you prefer the more stuffy titles?
Celeste is fine.
Perfect. I'll be honest with you. Your watcher, Waverly, she's interesting. The fact that she's out here just looking around. Though she wasn't, no offense, she wasn't trained very well, considering she had one of them working underneath her and apparently has become smitten with another, as in myself, which I'm confused by, but...
Well, the thing is, Waverly as my ghoul, although we, like each other, I am not around very often, so our bond isn't extremely strong. Waverly has more free will than most ghouls, I'd say. I have to mail her, vitae.
I was curious how you two were keeping this thing going on. It's interesting. I mean, learn something new all the time, but I guess I had a business proposition of my own for you. You say you're interested in the area, but the fact that you are not here constantly makes me feel like you're not necessarily tied to the area.
I would not say that I'm tied to Sudbury.
I'm not trying to drive you out. I have no desire to. I honestly couldn't even if I wanted to. But I suppose I'm kind of curious if we could maybe set up some sort of business arrangement between you and I. I pay you so that you don't have to worry about... Actually, no, even better. Sorry, my brain is working overtime right now because there's so much interesting stuff tonight. You would control the succubus. You're the wrong club. You would control the sanitarium still. But perhaps I take over Waverly's tutelage. You'd still have your source of income, and I would be the person who reports information to you instead of Waverly doing it.
And you'd be willing to stay.
Sorry, what?
You would be willing to stay in Sudbury?
I am staying in the area for the time being unless something drives me out. I've been here for a number of years now, so...
And can I ask, what is your interest in Waverly?
She already... Being frank, I suppose, she's going to get herself killed. You haven't done a very good job training her to do the job you wanted her to do. And that is no fault of your own necessarily. I think it's probably... it's blood things. But she's just running around asking strangers, hey, do you know anything about ghosts at the old haunted hospital or Bell's Manor or etc.?
So you feel you could be a little more discreet?
Yes. I would also be a lot more hands-on with teaching her the ropes, but also she would be a benefit to me because I presently do not actually have a ghoul of my own, so I would be willing to take her on as my own ghoul. And she is interested in these things, these subjects, so she would at least have her foot in the door so I don't have to retrain somebody on all of this stuff.
And both you and Lexi and Waverly will still be at the bar.
Oh, I don't work at the bar.
No.
You... Celeste.
Yes.
I would give you access to me if that would make the pot sweeter, as it were.
Access to you how?
I could give you I would actually tell you where I make my bed. So if you so chose, you could come and kill me, though I don't think you would do that. I hope.
As long as I'm aware of anything going on in Sudbury, I can give Waverly to you.
Excellent. Are you really particular with her staying human?
Honestly, no, I don't care.
Okay, just keeping it in mind. Yeah.
You say that, Waverly kind of looks at you with like super shocked, like, what the fuck? What? And kind of looks at you like, you said that I could do what I wanted, though.
And that's what you're gonna do. Is this not what you want?
Obviously torn because you said that's what you want to do, but on the other hand, it's not what she wants to do necessarily. So she's just biting her tongue at that point. She doesn't say anything.
I sense Waverly's thoughts at all.
Oh yeah, like as a kind, like you could probably read like body like behavior, knowing that, you know, this is just a ghoul fighting against not being your ghoul anymore.
Right, just
but other than
natural
that, yeah.
impulses sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well then, if Waverly is so drawn to you, Emma, it's for a reason, and I am not one to get in way of natural causes.
Oh, you are. I'm kind of surprised that you're so easygoing. I thought I was going to have to really fight for this, but no offense, it's going to make the Baron more at ease, not feeling like they're having to compete against another of our kind.
I am not here to be a threat. So.
Oh, no. I understand. If you were going to be a threat, you would have set up shop here in the area instead of disappearing. So, though, I guess I do have... You say you wander. Why are you wandering?
I just prefer to stick to the woods.
We all have our thing, I suppose. So... Sorry, thinking some more. This has been excellent. Emma's going to withdraw one of her business cards that is in the name of Charlotte, and she's going to give it to Celeste. The address on that is where I lay my head, unless otherwise, but like I said, if you're going to come and kill me, you'd be doing some people a favor. And everyone's having ghoul problems all of a sudden. It must be something in the air or the water, but I'm going to need you to tell Waverly to come with me, so that way I don't have to drag her someplace. So
Understood.
Yeah. Just like I said, you'll still be getting your money and stuff from the sanitarium. And honestly, you'll probably see an influx of business. If Lexi keeps working for you, he can crank out the drinks. So, no. If you ever need any books, though, be sure to hit me up, and I will be in contact with you. So, because I have your cell phone number now.
I guess Waverly. I think you should go with Emma.
Excellent.
Waverly just kind of... The conflict is so readable on her face. Like, she doesn't want to leave you, especially now that you're here again and in her presence. But at the same time, you've given her an order.
I suppose I won't be seeing you again for a while. It's been a slice, Waverly.
She can't even form the words.
And I guess Celeste, has her phone, has her card with an address on it that she will just remember. And takes off, uses shape change, a wolf, and I'm out.
Emma's going to call after the wolf. You'll be hearing from me. I hope to hear from you too.
Okay, and before we continue, thank you, Celeste, and we'll move on to the next scene. We're still playing. Just
Yeah.
Figure
be
it
that
out.
clear. Yeah.
I'll just mute.
Yep.
Waverly. See, you got what you wanted. Sort of. Or maybe I got what I wanted. Oh well.
Waverly doesn't say anything. Just follows you.
Did Waverly drive herself, or is this like she got in someone else's car, or...
Waverly drove herself.
Okay, perfect. when I get back to my truck, I'm just going to. I suppose you could run for it if you want to, Waverly. That's your choice. I don't have any say in it right now.
I was told to follow you.
True. That's very true. I'm heading back to the bookstore, so I'll see. You can follow me back there.
Okay. Waverly gets in her car.
Yep. Emma does the same and heads out.
Noor and Lilith.
Well, that was a very interesting meeting we were not invited to.
And some hope to cause some trouble, even though we didn't really cause any trouble, but you know.
Yes. Everybody's ghouls are acting up today. She looks at Rafi. That doesn't mean get any ideas. I don't have a whole lot of energy for it today. All right. Can I drop you anywhere?
I feel like I should go back to where I'm staying and check on things. I don't really trust Alexa, but
Oh, I think I've panicked you a little bit. I really don't think Donovan's going to murder you in the first day. It would be very suspicious. I also don't think Donovan really has a vested interest in murdering you right now. But just because I am a suspicious bitch, just understand this. I think all kindred are going to murder me at any time. Always. So I don't really like other people's toys in my house. So don't let my suspicions get the better of you. I don't think there's a whole lot of reason for him to try and kill you currently. It's just one of those things that you would always have to know that the loyalty was not to you, but to him. And if you ever decided that you didn't align with his ideas currently, or you simply wanted to be somewhere else, or I don't know, there's so many things that can happen in kindred politics. The ghoul would not serve your interests in that particular case. Looks at Rafi. I know you know this, but this is why we don't make friends with other nice kindred.
I completely understand.
Anyway.
I'm just biding time until Lexi can find me someone.
Yeah, and also don't panic. She seems to want to shoot everybody else but you, so, you know.
True, but
Again,
I don't want one of you guys to walk in during the night and she just.
I feel like I should teach classes. That particular instinct in your ghoul is not the worst idea. It's just not under somebody else's control. Trust me. If I told Rafi to shoot you with my crossbow, he would. And I wouldn't really think a whole lot about it. In fairness, this is me trying to be nice. It's not me trying to threaten you.
I don't feel threatened at all. I feel like at any point it probably would have been when I first met you, but you seem to be fine. You haven't tried to kill me as of yet, so.
Exactly. And again, my brand of paranoia is not for everyone. It's definitively a taught experience. I remember when I was much younger, I was a little more careless. As a kindred, a little more interested in my power. And it was a little too obvious. And I caused a number of kindred to have more interest in me than I would like. And I almost died a couple of times, the final death, because of it. And I don't trust kindred. But I learned how to have a good time with my life because weirdly, I am a lot less obvious when I am fun than when I am scared. So don't take the paranoia to be something that you have to live in a dark cloud forever. You don't. But you do have to know that not everybody is always on your side.
I understand completely. I also just wanted protection in that big house. So,
Yes, it is a big house. It is a weird house. I mean, but also I don't have the Toreador aesthetic thing, so I don't know what Donovan's aesthetic is, and I'm not here to tell him he should have a different one because that is definitively a way to die. Anyway.
that is why I have not touched anything or decorated it except where my room is upstairs. I leave everything the way it is.
Find somewhere you're comfortable. Okay? Because it'll be easier to be yourself. Also, my experience with your clan is very sociable. Sociable is good for you. It's something that you do well. It's something that Lexi does well, despite the fact that it irritates me largely because I don't have any interest in it. It's not him. He's doing what he's meant to. It's just, I see it like a smoke screen all the time. But you can do the same smoke screen if you want. I don't know why I'm giving you life advice. You are an adult. Do your own thing. And with that,
I will
be driven up to the house, and Noor will kiss Lilith's hand and say, "Have a nice night. Don't die. I'd be sad." And
Lilith will call and go, I'll try not to die, but thank you.
As the door closes and they start to drive away, Noor will say to Rafi, in the Ghoul 101 classes, Waverly mentioned the Rainbow Bridge, so guess what we need to do research on now? Because while I don't think that there are the things I was afraid of, there's certainly something here, and there's certainly something Celeste wants to know about. Rafi, I don't know what to tell you to say to other people, but just keep teaching me how to use Amazon and tell other people about that, because that seems to be funny. Let's go with funny.
Okay. And now you go back to tuck in for the night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lilith, is there anything you do before you tuck in for the night?
If Alexa is still awake, I would ask her to discreetly ask to get me a new phone because mine is destroyed now.
Alexa kind of laughs. She had been taking a kip on the couch. But yeah, sure. And then you go upstairs off to bed?
I go upstairs and I go to my room and I close the door and then I put something in front of me.
Okay. Okay. Lexi and Thea, I assume that Thea, you drive Lexi back somewhere?
Yeah, I drive Lexi back before heading toward my haven.
Is there anything you guys talk about in the car?
Well, that went a whole lot better than it could have.
Yes, meeting a gangrel in the middle of the woods that we don't know nothing about, whose motivations were luckily benign. Yes, it could have gone so much worse. And then you have Nor and Emma just showing their bellies to this gangrel, as if to say, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. I'm sure you could, but please don't kill us. So now Miss Lamontagne knows that we move in abject terror of her as opposed to offering... How old are they? Because I feel like there's things that you learn over the course of your life, that, especially when dealing with kindred, about not giving away everything.
Yeah.
We got very, very, very fucking lucky tonight.
Mm-hmm. Even I know that. And yeah, well, hopefully this doesn't bite us all in the ass later.
Well, that's what gangrels specialize in, biting people in asses.
Speaking of gangrel, Hannah.
Not biting anyone in the ass on my way back home. I'm actually, I'm going to kind of hang out in the clearing a little bit longer. Like, I'll have stayed out of earshot, respecting Emma's wish. And then after everyone leaves, I'm going to kind of just, like, actually do a little circuit in the trees around that clearing, see if there's anything that we potentially missed, and then I'll start heading back.
Okay, so I'm actually going to have you make a roll. 1 second.
Oh.
Trying to find my notes. Yeah, just wits and awareness.
Okay. I'm gonna surge. Okay, I don't get any hungrier, so that's good. Six successes.
Okay. So, looking around, you're kind of surprised that you haven't seen before, but on a couple of the trees, there are actually faded faded marks in that have been carved into the trees.
Okay. I guess I'll take a couple of snapshots, or just quickly with my phone, take pictures of them. Mm-hmm. And then once I notice that, I'll head back out.
Okay. And by faded, I mean like heavily faded, like moss even growing on.
I'll like wipe the moss away a little bit to expose them and then take pictures.
Okay. And so, sorry, so Lexi, you were dropped off where?
Thing wouldn't unmute. Yeah, Thea's going to drop Lexi off at the room where she met him, where he had his repast, and he will drive himself from there, and he is actually going to drive around for a bit.
Okay.
Before heading to his own personal haven.
Okay. When you got back to the hotel or to the room that you were at, everyone had left by that point. Okay. Emma.
Once Emma gets to the bookstore, she's going to start climbing a ladder on the back of the building up onto the roof. And if Waverly doesn't follow her, she's just gonna call down and be like, "Come on, up here. It's okay."
Waverly follows.
Perfect. Emma's just kind of standing up there, looking out from the rooftop, just kind of, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Waverly. This whole situation is fucked, but not in the way you think it is. I don't know what she was doing, leaving you out here by yourself. It's weird, but she was obviously.
My guess at this point, money and eyes. That's it.
Well, she's gonna have money. She's gonna have eyes, so that's not an issue anymore. You though, yeah, it's. Emma is going to kind of, she's got a shirt on like this. She's going to kind of unbutton a couple of the buttons at the bottom, and she's going to stick her hand through a slit that she has in her abdomen, and she's going to pull out a Ziploc bag. And inside the bag is a book. Now, Waverly, with my tricks, I can remove what Celeste has done to you. Or the quicker and probably more fun way is I make you like me. Well, actually, you'll be more like the one who made me, most likely. Because I'm not like the one who made me. But you don't have a say in that right now necessarily, because you can't make your own decisions.
Waverly is just, first of all, Waverly is absolutely shocked that you just pulled like, what the fuck? But fascinated at the same time. Like, where did how, what?
What? Oh,
that's how are you still?
We don't really need all of the stuff that's going on in our bodies when we're in the state that we're in. So besides, I have like an incision that I made and where I could stash this away, so it's not a big deal. So
Okay, then I will take your word for it.
Look, I think we're gonna start with the rod or whatever.
The
I'm trying to think of
rod?
the I'm trying to think of the terms. No, the difficult one is what I'm trying to go for. Like, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna like beat the conditioning out of you or something like that. That's not what I'm trying to say.
It's like, you can try. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're fine. No. No. So Emma's going to. She's not going to put the book back into her like slit stomach pocket thing. She's going to put it into her satchel bag that she has, and she's going to start heading back down the ladder.
Where are you going? What?
No, you need to come down. We're going to go and work on the book thing. So just don't touch anything except the ladder. So
She follows you.
Emma's going to let herself into the shop. She's going to uncover the Haven door thing she has. Don't touch the door. and she's gonna kind of motion, head on down. I need to close this behind us.
So how? Yeah. Okay. I will not touch the door.
You'd be wise not to. So once they're both down there, Emma's going to find her. She's going to go over to her desk and she's going to she's gonna scratch through her finger some and get some blood, and she's gonna smear it on the desk in a spot, kind of swirl it through, and she's because she's canceling out one of her ghoul wards. So okay, that should be good. Yeah. But anyway, take a seat wherever. Don't sit on the floor. This isn't kindergarten. So she's going to start working on using her copy of A Book of the Grave War to break the blood bond that is on Waverly.
Okay.
So.
Don't worry about rolling. Okay.
No. I was going to say, I as a player, I do not know the exact specificities of how to do that. I just yeah.
I was going to say, actually, I think that's where we should call it for the night. That was awesome. So first off, thank you, Blue, for being our guest and coming on and playing Celeste. You did awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to go through our XP. Everybody gets another XP. Voter XP, please.
Who wants? Is it supposed to be me first again?
Sorry, I think we're all thinking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna let somebody else go because I know last time I was like I'll go first, then I rambled for 10 minutes. So I'm thinking. So
I'm stuck between Lexi and Lilith, but largely because of Lilith's reaction to the whole ghoul situation. So, yeah, but Lexi was so good at being Cam and Toreador today. All of my votes are for Toreadors today. What do you want from me? Lexi.
You can vote for both.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Right. Clan Toreador, we voted.
Okay.
I assume we're going in alphabetical order. That's why I haven't said anything. But then again, Nor just went. So, yeah.
Whatever order we would like.
I'm going to vote for Lilith, too, because her reaction to Alexa was fucking priceless.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay.
I liked Lilith tonight.
Okay.
I am going to give mine to Nor just because.
Don't give me points because I'm noisy. I'm just noisy.
No. I'm giving you points just because of the mental breakdown that your character was obviously having when you were talking to Hannah. And I was like, that's me all the time. I understand that feeling.
I'm gonna second Nor with the whole first pet and sex talk description of what she was doing.
So I'm actually going to vote for Lexi. I liked what Lilith was doing. I'm so glad that she was coming out of her shell and stuff. It was perfect. I was honestly glad to see what everybody did. But we're going to give it to Lexi purely for the fact that he was keeping it on track. He was also working as a good kind of counterpoint to Emma's kind of chaos in dealing with Celeste, because Emma didn't really care, but she was just like, here's what I'm interested in, so let's just go for it. And he's like, no, we're doing it by the book. So that was nice. And also the fact that he's just like constantly exasperated with everybody. So
As previously stated, if you think it's easier to go through this sober, you're wrong.
Did everybody vote? I'm just making sure.
Should have, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Lilith ran away with it.
Yeah,
Well,
Lilith. 3 votes for Lilith. Yay! You know what? Today was a tough game to a degree. And I didn't even have an idea of where you were going to take the shots. So I'm going to give everybody one more XP tonight as well, because that was fun.
See, you should give Lilith 2 bonus since she got all those votes, and give everybody +1 to be real nice.
I think my dog should get an honorary point just for being cute.
I love how we've already progressed to the negotiating for more points stage in World of Darkness.
Give me the points. Points. Okay. And I will hand it off to Spectra.
Hi, everybody. I am Spectra Lafette. I am the showrunner for Archives of the Dragon. We have 2 other shows on this channel, Deep Magic, which is our Changeling game, which you will have missed this week because I was traveling this week and chaos happened. So there will be no Changeling this week, but we will be back next week. And we also have a Mass Effect. Technically, it's based off of the D&D, but it's an actual Mass Effect game that we play every other week, and it should be actually the Monday coming after this. So, I'm catching my schedule up. As always, you can follow this the channel on Twitter at Arc of the Dragon. You can also catch up with our backlog on Archives of the Dragon on YouTube. So if you've missed anything we've done here on Sudbury by Night, you can catch up with that on YouTube, episodes 1 through however many we have at this point. And does anybody have anything they would like to promote tonight?
If I could go first, I just wanted to shout out again for Blue, our guest player tonight. She does not have a Twitter or anything like that, but they do have a Instagram that you can go follow. I'm also going to toss out their Bandcamp.
Yes.
Or SoundCloud, one of those 2. They actually make the music for some of our stuff, not Pacer, but the intro and the outro and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. We love that. We'll shoot that in the links in the comments. And yeah, I have a Twitter, I have a Tumblr, I have a TikTok. Go ahead, same moniker.
Again, just my Twitch, but also July the 6th, I will be doing another D&D stream with Raven's Realm. I don't know what it's about yet, but I know we're getting that set up to be able to do that. So we're supposed to start July the 6th, sorry.
This coming Wednesday over on Mixed Tower Studios will be the hopefully finale. We don't know yet for sure. We're recording tomorrow. Hopefully our finale of our Monster Hearts 2 game that's been run over there, and it's a wonderful good time. Myself and Mickey Bear are part of that, and Junie Vanesh for Changeling as well.
Since we are advertising for into July, I was added to a Call of Cthulhu game that will be starting, I believe, July 6th over on So Maddie Games channel. That will be Tuesdays at, I believe it is 10 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
So let's see. I've got a podcast. It's called Chocolate Chips for Dinner, because all the other good podcast names were taken. That is actually the tagline that my co-host says at the end of this episode. So I'm stealing it. Let's see. We're trying to get a new episode out. We've been kind of late and delayed because of depressions and stuff. You can also find me occasionally doing other things. I will say, since we're talking about stuff in July 3rd on McStabber Studios at 3 p.m. EST, there will be another episode of Blades in the Dark in which I play one of the characters in that. She's creepy and weird. Not so much creepy, she's weird. So yeah, but it's fun. It's a heist game set in a ghost-fueled, weird alternate reality.
And on Sundays at 5 p.m. 4 Central, you can check out McStabber Studios on twitch.tv for Windy City After Dark. This weekend, you will see some things come to light that should have stayed in the dark. And you're gonna want popcorn, a blanket, and a soda, because it gets tasty. Yeah. And the next day, you can check out. It'll be uploaded to YouTube, so go to McStabber Studios on YouTube and subscribe, and punch that notification bell so that you can be notified when they upload stuff.
And so what you should take away from this is that our cast is all very talented. You should be following all of them and going to see all of their projects. I don't make the rules, but I may come and hunt you in your sleep. Anyway. We love you all. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.